Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Rahim Mehta bringing you another video today on the best portrait lens out there. Now the reason I decided to do this tutorial is that if you follow me on Instagram, you must have noticed that I love doing portraits. And I always get these questions asked, what lens do I use or what lens would I recommend? And so I thought I'd just do a video about it. Just a quick disclaimer before we begin that this is just my personal opinion. I am in no means an expert on this, and that whether it's the 35, 50, 85 or 135, all these lenses have a different look and feel to it. However, this is my personal preference. So without wasting any more of your time, let me just show you which one it is that I like to use. It's this one, the 85mm 1.8. I actually wanted to throw this and catch it in my other hand, but I'm too scared because I love my glass. But yeah, the reason I prefer this lens over the 50mm lens is that because 85mm has a narrower field of view, the out of focus elements are more blurrier, hence you have way more bokeh compared to the 50mm. Now the reason I prefer this in particular is that sometimes I would like to close down my aperture to, let's say, like 2.2 or 2.8. Now you must be wondering that why would I want to close my aperture when bokeh is so important to me? Now the reason for that is, so this is my framing for portraits, right? The problem is when you're this close to your subject with your camera, your plane of focus is very narrow. What that means is that sometimes that when you're taking a picture that's so up close to your subject, there are certain parts of their face that might be in focus, whereas some of them might not be. Just to illustrate this, let me show you this particular photo. Now I took this using my Sony a7R II, using the eye autofocus, and as you can see, Sarah's eyes are in focus. However, her nose seems to be a little out of focus. And that's because your plane of focus is very narrow. And just by increasing the aperture by 2.2 or 2.8, what you're doing is you're increasing the depth of field and have more elements in focus. Now the particular model that I use is the Sony FE85 1.8. Now I know there are a lot of brands out there that make the same lens in similar specifications that are supposedly more sharper. The reason I prefer the Sony is just because it's more affordable. And the reason that works for me is that even though the Zeiss and Sigma lenses are sharper, the thing is that all my portrait shots are usually for digital media purposes. They're either on Instagram, Facebook, or commercial purposes that have been used on websites and stuff. The thing with those photographs is that all these platforms kind of compress your photos anyways. So regardless of the fact that even if your photos are sharper, they're not being uploaded as sharp. And I just don't think that it's worth the money to invest in that when I can use that money to buy more glass. Here are some sample shots that I took using the same 85mm 1.8 lens. And that's about it. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. Drop me a like as well and subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you guys next time. Take care.